how to escape the friend zone. Guys, we've all been there, especially when you're younger. But if you're in it right now, don't worry. Don't beat yourself up for it. Just learn from your mistakes. But I'm going to teach you how to escape the friend zone. You're going to get out of there. No more, right? You're not her therapist. You're none of that shit. You're not trying to... You feel me? So we're going to get right into it, guys. Guys, you gave too much too soon. Listen, hear me out. Never try to earn her attraction. Command it instead. If you were a little bit too nice in the beginning, if you were a little bit too available, that kind of sets it up for her, because you want to be a little bit as mysterious as you can while still providing value to her, but not doing it in a way where she eyes you and views you as a friend. So what we're gonna do is doing this. I want you to keep it short. When she's asking you a question, when she's asking you for advice, when she's asking you, give it to her in a masculine frame. Do not give it to her in a bestie frame. Don't give her advice that you think she wants to hear, right? Because she can get that from her girls. Listen to me carefully. She can get those advices from her friends, her girlies, whatever she wants to hear. She gonna get it from them, right? Because girls always, you feel me, gaslighting. But you as a man, you tell it to her straight up. Here's an example. Hey, my ex texted me. Should I text him back? What should I do? What you should do is, no, don't text him back. What do you mean? Nah, like, that's your ex for a reason, right? You're supposed to move on. You're supposed to level up. Like, nah, maybe slide in a quick joke like, yo, that's what I'm here for. Like, even if you guys are not into it yet, even if, right, subtle flirting, let her know that you're here. Like, hey, I'm here, right? And you say, too, in a masculine way. You don't say, like, oh, yeah, it's like, like, nah, don't worry about it. You got me. Like, no, you say, man, fuck that guy. You got me, man. Don't even worry about it, right? But when you say that, you completely change the subject right after. You don't dive into it. When you dive into these problems, when you dive into what she's concerned about, now you're entering the zone. You're entering the zone, and we got to get out of that zone right now. So what you have to do is you have to keep it short, light, and direct. Nah, don't text him back. That's lame. You want to go back to that? You was giving you like, nah, that's what I'm here for. I got you, right? Give her a quick judge, like, give her a smile, and then you keep it cool. Don't dive in and start explaining why, because that's not what she wants to hear. And if she hears that from you, she's automatically going to register it as, wow, I can keep getting advice from him. He has good advice. Maybe I don't have to go to my girls. Now that dynamics is switching from attraction to bestie, to friend. You cannot be her emotional support team. You cannot be her support group. You cannot be any of that, right? There's lines for that. There's friends for that. There's all that. You're not here for that, right? So what you have to do is you need to fall back. Don't chase. You need to fall back and make her miss your energy. So you have to understand, she won't value you until she feels your presence, until she misses your absence, right? So you have to fall back. Stay a little bit, not too close. Do not be texting her every day if you guys are not hanging out, if you guys are not going on dates, if you guys are not, that's not what you're here for. So you need to fall back. I know you might be feeling the urge to text her. She might be texting you, hey, FaceTime later, FaceTime tonight. Hey, nah, you can't. Don't respond, right? So you're busy. You got things you got to do. Oh, I'm working. I'm at the gym. I can't. I'm doing this. Or maybe don't even respond for a couple of days. She's getting way too friendly. She's getting way too comfortable. And you can just tell, like, it's leading to not where you want to be at. Fall back. Do not respond. I normally don't suggest at ghosting, but you have to ghost in the situation, because now you're letting her know, I'm not here for that. I'm not your bestie, right? When you re-enter the conversations, when you start making yourself being felt, when your presence is back, you enter it with the masculine energy first, right? Because you do not want to come back as that friend, like, hey, where you been? Like, no, you come back direct. Yo, what's up? Hey, my ex is blowing me up. Like, should I just... Man, I'm not trying to hear that. You tell her that straight up. I'm not trying to hear that. Switch the topic immediately. Maybe give her a subtle, grab her hand, change the topic immediately, and flirt. Right? But do it in a way where you're not being a creep, where you're doing it smooth. Meaning, she brings it up. Nah, girl, we don't got to talk about that. While you do that, you touch her hand a little bit. Give her a quick, gentle tap on her hand. Like, nah, you're good. Don't worry about that, right? At this moment, when she feels your hand, that's the flirtatious note of, I'm here, right? But you pull away instantly. So you give her that quick touch, like, hey, don't worry about it. Let's not talk about that. Boom. So an example being, you're driving. She brings it up. You give her the look. Start to subtle flirt. You touch her hand, right? Hey, we're not talking about that. Don't even worry about it. Switch the topic immediately. Start driving. You see what I did there? You let her know. Don't even stress about it. I'm here. I'm good. But you did it in a masculine way where you're not shutting her down, right? But you're deflecting and you're reflecting the conversation. Because if you dive into these type of topics, you're going to start becoming a pattern. And her mind is going to register as, oh, I can just keep opening up to him like a book. That's not what you're here for. I'm taking this as you don't want to be her friend, right? You want to be more than that. So you have to let her know directly. And then while you do that, you give her that masculine energy, but in a flirtatious way. But not being too flirtatious, right? You giving it to her straight, direct. You let her know. Make her miss it. Now she's feeling it. She wants comfort at this moment. It could be in any different topics. It could be in any situation. And you never confess your feelings first. You let her build it. But you do it in a masculine way where she's going to start feeling attraction for you. You get what I'm saying? So you basically got to let her know, I'm not here for that. Give her a quick flirt, whether you're teasing or just let her know that that's what I'm here for, right? You never said it directly, but you let your actions do the talking. You see how that dynamics will now shift immediately. This will work every single time. The only way to escape the friend zone is not by convincing her. Do it by becoming the man she thought she couldn't have, right? Because now you're positioning yourself as somebody that I'm here for you, but I'm not really, right? You're here, but like you're over here, right? So when she tries to get closer, you're over here. When she tries to dive into these topics, you're over here. But you put your hand. You let her know I'm here. I like those shoes. They look good on you. Yeah, for sure. What kind of cologne you got? Okay, I see you with the nails too. Doing your thing. Cool. You see what I did there? You keep it cool, you keep it calm. Subtle flirt. Then you deflect. You do this for a couple days, couple weeks. Now she's going to start looking at you in this type of manner. Especially when you're well put together, you're fit, you're calm. But you avoid all these tricky topics. Because these topics will, if you continuous cycle, people are comfortable, especially females, guys. They are comfortable with what they like. They're comfortable with people that they feel open with, right? So the more open you are with these topics, the more she sees you and views you as somebody like a therapist, like her friend. You want to avoid that, right? Once you're in there, once you're locked in, like once you know you're good, once you've obviously been with her and you guys done what you wanted to do, now you can have those pillow talks, right? But you want to get the pillow talks first. So you got to not pillow talk when you're chilling with her, when you're driving, when you're getting coffee or whatever it is. You see what I'm talking about? That's how you escape the friend zone. So if you're already in the friend zone, remember these steps. Avoid certain topics. Deflect it or respond in a masculine way, but let her know you're there. Subtle flirt, pull back. When she starts to bring it up more consistently on a day-to-day basis, you fall back. You already let her know in person, but now you're not going to argue with her, but you're just going to not respond. Now she's immediately going to register, okay, he doesn't want me to talk about these. Yes, you might be like, damn, I don't want her to feel not like me now, because it might seem like that, but that's what you have to do, and it's going to work out, because in her mind, she's going to know, let me not bring it, I'm annoying him. Now she knows he doesn't want to talk about that because X, Y, and Z. She don't really know, but she knows that you don't want to get into that. So she's going to talk to somebody else about that topic. She's going to deflect. She's going to talk to somebody else about, she can have a therapist, she can have a friend, whatever, but she knows not to go with you now. Not to go, and if she does not keep hitting you up, if she doesn't want to hang no more, then you know that she was just trying to be a friend. But if she's now still trying to hang out, she's fine with it, but you let her know based off the interaction from that first time that you were there for this, that, she's going to look at you more in that way. Now it's going to shift. And this is how you escape the friend zone. You do not escape the friend zone by re-entering these conversations. Remove yourself from these conversations, right? And when it's evidently clear, when she is not trying to be with you in that light, then you have two options. You continue to be her friend and just move on. Or if you want to really go deeper into training, and I talk about this in my courses, you can check out CXM Academy, top link in the description and pin comments. But this is where the master of art comes into play, because now if you really want to escape it and she's made it known that she does not look at you in this way, what you would have to do is, this is where it gets spicy, right? What you would have to do is, you would have to let her know. I promise you this will always work out. If she's made it known that she's not interested right now in that type of relationship, if she is not engaging in the flirts, you don't keep doing it. You fall back. And now when you're hanging out, do this every single time. When she's talking about her ex, when she's talking, now you bring up your girl. You bring up a girl that you just met on a dating app. You start talking about it. You start talking about it. And this is what changes everything. Now, and I promise you, this always works. Any girl that's ever tried to friend zone me, and I've always usually would never open up about my relationship with other girls when I'm with these type of girls, because I like her, I don't want to push her off. But I was wrong. Once I started to shift that, once I started to open up more, like, oh yeah, she's like, what were you doing yesterday? I was just cooling it with Sophie. Who's Sophie? Oh, just a friend, just met her on a dating app. We're just chilling. Now you just talk to her like she's the bro. And you're gonna slowly start to see, especially if you're attractive, and you can just tell she's trying to play hard to get. When you're doing this, when you're saying, oh, she's like, hey, can we go get food tonight? I can't, I got a date. I can't, I'm about to go hang out with a friend. She's coming in town. I'm about to go help her, something in her apartment. That changes everything. That changes everything. And I'll talk about that on the next video, guys. So I'll catch you guys. I'll dive into the art of how to attract her in the next video, guys. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, and share this with somebody who's in the friend zone and is trying to get out of there, because we got to get them out of there, man. Follow these steps, guys. I guarantee you, promise you, you're going to see results. Guaranteed, man. Clarity of mind, discipline of motion. I'll see you on to the next one, man. Peace.